How's it going, everyone? This is the Anime Man, and welcome back to another episode of the Monthly Otaku Collection, the show that I do at the end of every single month where I go over the anime, the manga, the merch, and other types of cool stuff that I didn't have time to talk about in a video of its own for this month. So yes, let's get it out of the way. Your boy cut your hair, dyed it slightly like an ashy blue kind of thing. If you followed me on Twitch, then you guys would have been the first ones to see it. So if you want to check up to date on the shit that I've been up to, hey, follow your boy on Twitch. But it is the end of February, and holy god, I am tired. I'm filming this right at the end of February, and so far, in the entire month of February, I've only had 3 days off. 3 days off! What am I, a Japanese salary man? I've been really busy either filming with Trash Taste, filming for my own channel, filming stuff for other people, doing side projects, meeting up with people. It was Aki's birthday this month. So many things just kind of came together, so I was absolutely drained this month. My brain wanted to go into hibernation at some point. But luckily, your boy got through it. I'm looking forward to the upcoming month of March, which is probably going to be just as busy, let's be honest. But before we jump into some things, let's hand it off to future Joey to talk about the sponsor for this episode. Take it away, my boy. Alright gamers, hear me out. I love snooping around on the internet as much as the next guy, but when I do, I want my snooping to be safe and secure. I don't want hackers coming in stealing my data, and I don't want internet service providers spying on the weird stuff that I'm searching. Not that I'm searching up weird stuff, that was just an example. But I'm happy to announce that that dream has become a reality thanks to the sponsor of today's video, ExpressVPN. With a simple press of a button, ExpressVPN lets me surf the internet from anywhere in the world. Secure encryption methods, lightning speed connectivity, everything you need to keep your internet surfing session secure. And it really helps me when I have the urge to just watch that one particular show that really speaks to my heart. You know, when you look at me, you think of this show. Crazy Rich Asian. But that worry is no more. With ExpressVPN, I can just switch to another country and bam, I bypass those restrictions and I can watch Crazy Rich Asians from start to finish at any pace I want. But it's not just Crazy Rich Asians. There are literally hundreds and thousands of shows that I have access to thanks to ExpressVPN. Although I do like watching Crazy Rich Asians at least 3 times a day, sometimes I want to watch anime as well. You feel me, dog? Plus, ExpressVPN is the #1 rated VPN service by CNET and other trusted sources and clocks in at less than $7 a month. So if you want to join the secure net gang with your boy, then make sure to use my link expressvpn.com/animeman to get your first 3 months free off of the service. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this episode. Back to the show. Before we jump into the otaku shit, a quick little announcement. If you guys know a little thing called Patreon, well, your boy's had Patreon for the longest time right now. Patreon.com/theanimeman. But as much as I don't want to admit it, and I probably should admit it, I've been pretty slack on it. For the past, I'd say 2 or 3 years or so, I've had it open, haven't really promoted it all that much because I haven't really done anything with it. I decided, since so many of you guys are still supporting me over there, and I wanted to give back to you guys. I'm always trying to find a way to give back to you guys for all the support that you guys give. So, for those of you who are on Patreon or want to decide to join Patreon, I have basically remade my perks. I've completely shifted the rewards and stuff like that to better suit the content that I am making for the rest of the year, or hopefully for the rest of the year, and also to suit you guys as well, to keep myself consistent as well. Primarily, I've changed the $5 tier, where now for $5 a month, you get access to unedited, uncensored, basically director's cut versions of a bunch of videos that I am making that will be shown on YouTube, but if you want the full experience of it, then the $5 tier is for you. Because truth be told, your boy has been doing a lot of questionable content, and a lot of that content is really good, and I want to show you guys it, but I definitely can't do it without getting the yellow dollar sign on YouTube. So if you want to check out those exclusive, unedited, uncensored versions of some of the more saucier videos that I'm creating, and trust me, you'll want to see some of the unedited stuff, then go over again to my Patreon. Of course, there are other higher tiers as well, like you getting your name immortalized in the description of my videos, and every month during these monthly otaku collections, at the end of the episode, I will be shouting out some names in the very, very top of the list. But for more info, go check out links in the description, and trust me, I'm going to try and stay consistent with it this time. But with that out of the way, let's move on to the anime. Now, yes, if you guys know, this month, this winter 2021 season is stacked full of amazing shows. I mean, as I mentioned in my previous monthly otaku collection, I talked about Reader of a Healer mostly, and a lot of you guys were really interested in my thoughts on that. Links in the description if you want to check that video. But this time, let's pick out one that I'm actually thoroughly enjoying. And I'm not going to go over the obvious ones just yet. I'm not going to go over Attack on Titan. I'm not going to go over Jujutsu Kaisen. Of course, everybody and their mothers are watching that show right now. But one show that has absolutely blown my mind this season is Wonder Egg Priority. This show, oh my god, so many of you are sleeping on this show. This is a Cloverworks original anime series, and if you guys know, I did a documentary where I went inside the Cloverworks studios and I actually saw sneak peeks of this anime way before it got announced, so seeing it come to fruition now has been really exciting for me. This anime has definitely blown my expectations out the water. Like, I thought this was just gonna be another one of those just really pretty kind of experimental type of shows. Like, you might look at this and think, you know, something along the lines of like a Boogie Pop Phantom, maybe even a little bit of Fully Cooley in some instances as well. And it definitely had all of those weird quirky elements on top of that, but looking beyond the surface, this show is very, very meaningful in its themes and the way that it likes to portray it. Especially when it comes to the first episode, the show doesn't screw around and it just throws you in with talking toilet papers and a girl being birthed out of an egg. Just a lot of weird imagery, but unlike shows like Fully Cooley and Serial Experiments Lane that are very image heavy in its themes and very image heavy in its metaphors, Wonder Egg Priority, I feel, is definitely leaning more towards the mainstream friendlier side when it comes to presenting these themes. Like, yes, a lot of people looked at that first episode and went, bro, this is pretty and all, but I just don't know what the fuck is going on. But if you actually look into it, it's very, very simple what this show is trying to represent. It's trying to represent very negative emotions of loneliness, of depression, of sadness, of regret. Very, very heavy and controversial themes are explored in very artistic and beautiful ways. And it's this juxtaposition of this really dark theming with this very bright and colorful palette that the show decides to choose, which I find really interesting. Especially with the depth of the main character, Author A. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, she's so cute with the heterochromia and her yellow little fucking these things, it's so cute. But her actual character is quite interesting and at this point quite unresolved. And again, I'm only 6 episodes through this show, but I see a lot of potential in this, especially with all the side characters as well. Like, all the side characters have all of the interesting and lovable quirks. There isn't really a single character that I dislike so far. I must admit though, when all of the side characters kind of came together, the gang came together around episode 4, episode 5, it definitely did kind of give me a Madoka Magica vibe of like, look at all these mentally fucked up girls joining together to fight depression. Whoop whoop. Just do your boy a solid, alright? I know you're probably shitting your pants over the next Attack on Titan episode. I know you're probably shitting your pants over Gojo in Jujutsu Kaisen. I know I am. I know you're probably shitting your pants in rage with Redo of a Healer. I just caught up on Redo of a Healer too. Oh my god, what the fuck? But please, if you have the time this season, and if there is a show that needs so much more spotlight, it is Wonder Egg Priority, because I swear to god, if the show continues to go in the kind of trajectory that it is currently going after 5 or 6 episodes, this could honestly be almost 10 out of 10 material, and I don't say that often. And I just find it so awesome to see how much Cloverworks is just up to their production quality. I mean, some of the animation and just color palettes and just character designs in this, oh my god, it is orgasmic. Although some people might argue about the show having some slight pace issues, especially towards the middle of it, it definitely is not enough of a problem to deter you from the show completely. I'd say, again, I wouldn't really give this show to someone who doesn't like overthinking about particular shows. If you like to watch anime at just face value and you want to just absorb everything that you see and not everything that you think about, then this show is definitely not for you. In other words, if you're a little bit of a smooth brain boy, maybe just skip out on this and just watch Attack on Titan. But if you do like your brain-busting little mustache-twirling artistic side of yourself that loves shows like Boogie Pop Phantom, Fully Cooley, Serial Experiments Lane, and that sort of caliber, then this show is definitely up your alley. So please go check it out. Alright, up next, let's talk about the manga. Now, there is one particular series that I would like to show, and unlike Wonder Egg Priority, which is very artistic and very intellectual, this particular manga series I picked up is very much the opposite of that. If Wonder Egg Priority is the golden egg on a silver platter, then this particular manga is the deformed chick that is birthed out of it. And it is this one right here. The title of it is called Kimi no koto wa dai 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 suki na 100人の彼女. Yes, there are that many dies in the title of this. I can't make that shit up. The English translation of this manga basically means 100 girls who are madly in love with you. Every weeb's dream. But yes, as the name suggests, this is a rom-com comedy, almost parody slice of life, which has just a lot of slapstick in it, a lot of just ridiculous, trashy moments in it, and I love it so much. The story basically follows this high school kid called Aijo Rentaro, who has attempted and failed to confess his love to over 100 different girls during his entire lifetime. Basically, he is a love-crazy motherfucker, and he just wants a girlfriend. Can a brother ask for any more than that? And so after failing over 100 times up until the graduation of his middle school life, entering high school, he thinks to himself, alright, this is the moment. This is the point in my life where it's all gonna change around, and I'm finally gonna get that girlfriend. My 101st attempt will be the one. And so he goes to a temple to pray to the love gods to give him some of that love energy so he can finally snag himself a girlfriend. When God comes down and tells him, yeah, so every day there's gonna be a girl that's gonna approach you who is basically gonna be your soulmate, and they're gonna be madly in love with you. The problem is, the moment you reject one of those soulmates, they immediately die. So being the Chad boy that Rentaro is, it's his quest to basically create 100 girlfriends and love them all at the same time. If that sounds like a hentai plot, it's probably because it is. But unlike its hentai plot, this manga actually takes that plot in a very wholesome direction. Yes, a lot of it is very lewd. Of course it is. It's a rom-com comedy that has a lot of ecchi elements. It's just straight up in the harem tag. But the way that it presents that is done in such a ridiculous, stupid, slapstick comedic way that it's like, I can't even read this and like beat my meat to it. Like, it's just funny. Like, I have the first 4 volumes of this particular manga, and there are at least 3 or 4 moments off the top of my head that I can remember that I actually laughed out loud. The art style is really interesting as well, and it's really cute and bubbly, and you wouldn't think that this kind of art style works in a slapstick comedic setting, but whoever this manga artist is, Nozawa Yukiko, I've never heard of her, she really does a good job to kind of bounce between the wholesome art and the very comedic slapstick, just scrunched up face, ridiculous, you know, almost an asobi asobase level of fucked up comedic art. And it's just really great. All the girls so far, while being, you know, kind of generic, are very cute, and I think it almost lives up to its genericness. It almost parodifies itself in a way by using all of these tropes that you would find in standard shoujo manga, standard romance rom-com manga, and basically just saying how ridiculous it is if these girls actually existed in real life. You know, I love me my satirical romance manga. I just love me my satirical manga in general. Manga that is not afraid to poke fun at tropes while also using said tropes. Just classic satirical stuff. And I love it. Again, like, this sounds like a hentai plot, but it is presented in basically a Gintama format. So if you love either of those two, or both at the same time, then I definitely recommend Kimi no Koto ga Dai 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 Suki na 100 人の彼女. Definitely go check it out. It's awesome. Alright, up next, let's talk about the merch. Now, there is one particular merch item that I want to show you guys because I didn't buy this one, but I managed to get it for free. And if you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram, or you watch my previous monthly otaku collection video, then you would know about this one cool collab that I did with the folks over at Ghost in the Shell. I did a modeling job for their new lineup of merch that looks absolutely dope, and I managed to actually grab one of the items that they have in store, and it is literally hung up on the wall right over there. Look at this absolute beauty. This is the wood-carved Motoko painting, and this one is a little bit of a special one as well because this is number 00. This is actually the first model. Not even the first model. This is like the pre-model. I mean, this is like a true work of art. Like, you could put this in like your living room wall and it would just look freaking amazing. People coming and being like, wow, that's some really dope art right there, dude. But if you want to check it out, links down in the description. Highly recommend it. It is, yes, on the little more of the expensive side, but if you have some mustache twirling fine taste in art like your boy does, then hey, why don't you join the gang and grab one of those for your own room. And the second, I guess, merch thing I want to show off is not so much merch. I'm just posing it as merch, but I actually want to give a little bit of a shout out to one of my best friends living here in Japan. His name is Luke Craig, and he is a photographer. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might have seen some of his photos that he's taken of me. I mean, look at these. They look fucking awesome. That's because they're taken and edited by my boy Luke. And he's decided that he fully wants to go down the photography route. Like, he wants to try and make photography his thing. And I think that's absolutely great because he has so much potential. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it grow. And I guess I want to shout out 2 things that he has. Firstly, he has his own website. You can see a bunch of the photos that he has taken and sign him up for gigs and whatnot. But he also sells physical prints and photo presets that you can use on your own photos. These are presets that he uses in his own photos, and they make photos look fucking amazing. He also recently opened up a Patreon as well, so if you're a little more used to the Patreon side of things, as you should, if you want to check out my one, as mentioned earlier, then please go check out his Patreon as well. Links down in the description below. By the way, he doesn't know that I'm shouting this stuff out for him. Like, he's probably going to find out after he sees this particular video. But if there's anything I can do with the big platform and the voice that I have here on the internet, it's to shout out people that I think deserve all the love and support. And I know you guys are really good at helping spread love and support to my friends and fellow creators and stuff like that. So if you can do this one for me as well, then that'll be highly appreciated. Again, links down in the description below. Please go check them out. Alright, up next, let's do a brand new segment on the show, which hopefully I will be able to continue. It's the Q&A segment. I don't have a fancy name for it. I asked you guys over on Twitter to send me questions that you'd like to ask me for this brand new segment with the hashtag MOC, of course tagging your boy as well, so you can see it. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet. You should have by this point. So we're going to quickly go through some of the questions and answer them, I guess. Let's go. Why have you not read Tokyo Ghoul? I have a lot of fucking manga back here, and I haven't even finished like half of it yet, so you know, I really don't want to pick up like a big new series again. Look, to be honest with you, I watched the anime, wasn't that impressed by it. It never really made me think to, or question to go read the manga at all. It's just one of those like, oh yeah, that show exists, I'll get to it eventually kind of shows. What are the top 3 anime figures you own? This massive Kiss shot one, this Mononoke Kusuru Uri figurine, and probably this Joker from Persona 5 figurine. I like all those. What's your take on the trend of anime adaptations that would work far better as hentai but are made for TV instead, like redo of Healer? I'm sure it has been a thing for years, but it feels like within the past 3 or so years that it's more prominent. I personally don't much care for it. I just think it's absolutely hilarious when people who have never watched anime or those kinds of anime in their lifetime suddenly are thrown into that side of the anime world. It's the equivalent of someone who grew up watching the Rugrats suddenly watching an episode of South Park. It's probably a big shock, but you either learn to love it or you learn to hate it and just move on with your life. Why don't you recommend a light novel along with a manga? Just because I genuinely don't have the time to sit down and finish a brand new light novel series within a month. I'm already busy watching anime, reading manga, making videos, and doing all my other side projects. Also, I just think that light novels are just a little too niche of a market. I would say probably about 90% of people who watch my videos don't indulge in light novels whatsoever. As much as I want people to read more light novels because it is reading, there are a lot of fantastic authors out there, and I just think reading books, regardless of if they're light novels or regular novels, are just great for the brain. They put those wrinkles on your brain in one way or another. I just don't really have the time to read them anymore, and I genuinely don't think a lot of you would be interested anyway. But hey, you can prove me wrong by leaving it down in the comments below. If you'd like to see a light novel section of the Monthly Otaku Collection, I'll do my best to try and recommend you guys some light novels, so let me know. And I think that's enough of that. Hey, if you want to leave some more questions for your boy to answer, then you can do it by going over to Twitter, tagging your boy, and putting the hashtag MOC, and send me your questions, and I might answer it in next month's Monthly Otaku Collection. And last but certainly not least, let's end this month's Monthly Otaku Collection with a monthly figurine giveaway brought to you guys by the lovely folks over at Tokyo Otaku Mode. And this month we've kind of shrunk it down a little bit, but the quality is put into a tiny, neat little package. And I'm pretty excited about this one because this is of a series that I have barely ever seen any figurines of, and B, there is a season 2 coming up, which I am personally fucking hyped for, and I think a lot of you guys are gonna love it as well. And it is... Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kanna from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I mean, how many times have you seen a Kobayashi's Dragon Maid or a Kanna figurine in your life? I've only ever seen one other one, and it definitely wasn't as nice as this. Because this one is actually right hot off the press to promote season 2 of the anime, and she is in a little yukata looking thing, ready for a summer festival. Oh my god, it is so fucking adorable. This is easily one of the best Kanna figurines, or just Kobayashi's Dragon Maid figurines that I have ever seen, so I'm very excited to have this in my hands, and it could also be in one of you guys' hands as well, because I am giving this figurine away to one lucky viewer watching this Monthly Otaku Collection video right now. All you have to do, as always, is follow 3 simple steps: like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that link down in the description below to enter the free giveaway. And at the end of the giveaway period, I'll be giving away that Kanna figurine to one lucky viewer with the box signed by your boy. I'm personally really looking forward to Kobayashi's Dragon Maid Season 2, and I don't see enough people getting hyped about it because Season 1 was fucking Mwah! So I'm super pumped for that, and I hope you guys enjoy that figurine giveaway. And again, links down in the description. Go check it out, and good luck to all the participants. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this month's monthly otaku collection. Thank you once again for joining in until the very end, as always. I know uploads have been kind of slowing down for me this year, but as you can see, I'm taking my channel in a very, very different direction recently. So the videos that I've been doing have been a lot higher produced stuff, which means they take a lot of time, and I always want to make every upload special, including these monthly otaku collections, which is why I keep trying to evolve it and make it a little more interesting for everybody. So I guess let me know down in the comments below how you've been enjoying my content so far in like January and February, because I'm really curious to see how you guys feel about it. Next couple of videos that you see on the channel, I might still have my old haircut, but just know that they're videos that I took before I got this haircut. Like I literally, as of me recording this video, I literally got this haircut yesterday, so don't worry about it too much, just focus on the content. And I hope you guys have had a wonderful month of February so far. Let me know what your monthly otaku collection was for February. What manga did you read? What anime did you watch? What merch did you get? Hopefully soon, the world will go back to normal within the next couple of months. They just rolled out the vaccine all over the world, including here in Japan, so hopefully once that's over, hey, snap of the fingers, we might be back to normal. But until then, guys, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe for anime banter, and keep watching anime. Johnny!